A. Good afternoon, everyone. So let us start our lesson today. Today we go to the last part for our topic, chapter 6, trigonometric functions. This is today we are going to learn about how to solve the problem involving the trigonometric function using all the formula we learned before. Okay. So before we start our lesson today, I would like to do some revisions about the formula we learned for the previous topic. This is the 9 important formula that you need to memorize. Besides this 9 important formula, then you need to memorize, you have to know about the tangent equal to sine over cos. This is the first thing. Then after this, the reciprocal for the second, cosecant, and cotangent. Okay. Then this 9 formula, the basic identities, additions formula, and double angle formulas are provided during the SPN examinations. You're not going to worry about it, but you have to know how to use it. Okay, how to apply the formula into the questions given. Okay, so we have to know how to use it. So today we'll discuss about 4 questions, 4 questions in the mathematical applications. The first question is example 30 in your textbook. I get the example from your textbook. So okay, we'll look at this. This will have 3 triangles. Actually, it's formed from 3 triangles, right? The first triangle is ABE, second is ACE, and the third is ADE. And all of the triangles are in the right angles triangle form. Right angles triangle form. Okay, then the value all given to you already, 11, 5, and x. So, okay, now, what does the questions want? The questions want you to find the height of the building. Height is this one. The questions want you to find out x equal to what in terms of x. So it means that h equal to what x. This is what the questions want you to find out. Okay, so we do it one by one, according to the triangle. So look at the first triangle, ADE, the yellow color one. Okay, we'll look at the ADE. How we're going to solve the question? We solve the questions one by one. So look at the first one. 3 theta. The angle is 3 theta. ADE. We'll look at the ADE. Triangle ADE. Okay, then the value, the length for the DE is x, and the length for AE is h. So from here, shortcut tall, this is TOA, opposite over adjacent, So your tangent 3 theta equal to what, class? Equal to h? Equal to what? Anyone can answer me? Equal to h over, yeah, correct. Yeah, h over x. This is what we have. Tangent equal to 3 theta equal to h over h. This is the first one. Okay, first equation we get. Then now we go to the second equation. Second equation, we look at this one. The triangle ACE now. Okay, we look at the triangle ACE now. Then the length here, the length for CE is x plus 5 or s plus 5 plus x. We just put x plus 5 easier. Or we put s plus 5. So, okay. So, the second equation, triangle, yes. ACE, ACE. Then your angle here now is 2 theta. Sorry, 2 theta. So, your angle is 2 theta. This one, Okay, so now your tangent, okay, sorry, s plus 5, then the a is h, So tangent 2 theta equal to h over 5 plus x or s plus 5, okay? second equation. Okay, then now we go to the third one. We go to the third one, A, B, E. Okay, we go to A, B, E. A, B, E, triangle A, B, E. The angle is theta. The angle theta, AE, H. Then how about BE? BE is 11 plus 5. So it's 16 plus X. So S plus 16. S plus 16 cm. So your tangent theta equal to what? Tangent theta equal to H over X plus 16. Okay, third equation. So you get the 3 already. So now the question is, how you going to combine, or how you going to make them the same? What is the relation between the first, second, and third equations? Tangent 3 theta, tangent 2 theta, and tangent theta. Okay. Can I say that? Can I say that the tangent 3 theta equal to tangent 2 theta plus tangent theta? Is it correct? No. Okay, Shah, does it correct? Muhammad Shah? It's wrong, right? No, we cannot do like this, This is wrong. So we cannot do this. The correct step is we have to use the addition formula. What is addition formula? You look back here. The addition formula for tangent. Tangent. So we can change the tangent 3 theta equal to tangent 2 theta plus theta. We have to use this formula. Okay, we have to use this formula. So this one become 2 theta, theta, 2 theta, theta. Okay, can see, right? So now we have to use the information. Tangent 3 theta equal to, we're using the additions, the additions formula for tangent, equal to tangent 2 theta plus theta. Okay, then we change it. It will become tangent 2 theta plus tangent theta, just using the formula, and 1 minus tangent 2 theta plus 2 theta tangent theta, 2 theta tangent theta. Okay, then from the information just now, you get the tangent 3 theta equal to what? H over X, the first equation, right? Then your second equation, tangent 2 theta equal to what? H over X plus 5. This is your second equation. Then your third equation, tangent theta is equal to H over X plus 16. Okay, so what you need to do is from here, this is your first equation, right? So the first equations, H over X equal to tangent 2 theta plus tangent theta over 1 minus tangent 2 theta tangent theta, right? From the first equations, right? Tangent 3 theta is Hx. So Hx here, right? Okay, then after this, what you need to do is substitute the second and third equation into the fourth equation, into this equation. So now you get H over X equal to tangent 2 theta, H over X per 5, H over X plus 5, okay, plus tangent theta, H over X plus 16, and over 1 minus tangent 2 theta, H over X plus 5, and tangent theta, H over S plus 16. Okay, so from here, up and down. Okay, before we do the up and down, what you need to do is we have to change the denominator, the bottom part, have to change them to be the same because they are from the different terms, right? So we have to change them to be the same. How to change them to be the same? Multiply each other, right? So now I would like you to, introduce, I would like to do the revisions about the multiplication, butterfly multiplications with you, the method. Okay, it's easier rather than the other method. The butterfly multiplications. Okay, we do this. The first one, the butterfly multiplications. So I continue, h over x equal to this one. We direct silam. Okay, multiply. So it will become h multiply x plus 16. Okay, then this one plus, then you maintain plus. Okay, then another side, h multiply with x plus 5. Okay, this is the numerator. Then how about the denominator part? Multiply each other. Okay, multiply each other. So you will get x plus 5 multiply s plus 16. This is the upper part. Okay, the upper part. Then we go to the second part. I'll let you to try again later. You have to try yourself again later. Then this one, 1 minus, this one is in single term, right? So we have to combine them. How to combine them? So we have to make them the bottom the same, right? So what you need to do, you have to multiply with both, multiply s plus 5, s plus 16 for the upper part, and also do the same for the bottom part. Fine, so that you simplify it will become 1, right? So you don't influence the equalities. Okay, so the upper part now is become s plus 5, s plus 16, then this one minus h squared over, then the bottom will become the same, s plus 5, s plus 16. Okay, so after this, you see this. These two, you can simplify now. Simplify can become 1. Okay, you know why? Because a over b, if the question is a over b divided by, okay, c over b, then what is your answer? It will become a over b divided by c over b, then it will become a over b multiply b over c. So it can simplify. So from here, the simple is, you can straightforward simplify here. It will become 1. It will become 1 here. So it's a over c. We take the first and we take the numerator part for the first and numerator part for the bottom part. First and third, second. Okay, so get it. These two already simplified. So now your equations become h over x equal to, then h can factorize. H you factorize. So x plus 16 plus x plus 5. Okay, the upper part, then the bottom part. S plus 5, s plus 16 minus h squared. Okay, you see this? Then continue, no. So now we continue to the next part. It's from this part. We want to simplify. We want to get h equal to what? So now we get s over h equal to what? H equal to, you see, I factorize out first. This one h I factorize out. Then this one you multiply in. See what you get. You multiply in, you will get. Okay, this one h. Then you sum all 21 plus 2x. Then the bottom part is 80 plus 21s plus x squared minus h squared. Okay, so after this, can we move x to another side, or we don't want the h? What can you do? We want x only. So this h, you see this h, can I move h to another side? Okay, s over h or h over x. Sorry, I mistake. No? H over x. Sorry, I terbalet. H over x. So here is h over h over x. So now move this to another side. It becomes divide. Why I want to do so? Because I want to simplify the h. So now I get 1 over x equal to h 21 plus 2x. And the part h moves here, h at t plus 21s plus x squared minus h squared. Okay, this one simplify become 1. So 1 over x, I want x only, huh? X equal to, you also terbalik, x over 1. So this one also terbalik. 20 plus 21s plus x squared minus h squared over 21 plus 2x. Okay, then after this, the question is we want h only, right? H is what we want. This is what we want. So what we need to do now is you move the denominator to the left hand side. So it becomes 21 plus 2x x equal to ft plus 21x plus s squared minus h squared. When you move it, has to be careful. 21s plus 4x, 21s plus 2x squared, sorry. 2x squared equal to 80 plus 21x plus x squared minus h squared. So I want h squared only, so h can move to the left hand side. So it becomes h squared equal to 80 plus 21x plus x squared. Then this move to the right hand side, minus 2x squared minus 21x. So now h squared equal to, okay, 1 minus 2, so it's negative 1. Okay, negative x squared. So 21 minus 21, 0 plus xt, 80. So h squared equal to 80 minus x squared. H equal to what? H equal to square root of plus minus square root 80 minus x squared. But can the height be in the negative value? Can h be in negative or not? No. H equal to 80 minus x squared. Then we cannot say that h equal to negative 80 minus x squared. This one we have to reject. Reject because the h must be more than 0 because it's positive. So your answer is the height h equal to square root 80 minus x squared meter. Meter, right? Meter. Okay, understand? Just solve the questions by using the formula. This is the problem solving question. Okay, so I will have 3 more extra questions for you about the problem solving. Before we go to it, I would like to, this is about physics, right? You know what's the difference between, you have to know about the difference between distance and displacement first before we go to the next questions. This is not sausage. This is a path. Move. Let's say you move from point A to point B. Then this is the path you move. So the red color one, this one we call it as the distance. This is the distance. A B, B C, C D. Can be in the trigonometric formula. It can form the trigonometric function. But what is displacement? Displacement is the actual distance in straight line. Let's see the blue dash line one. So the displacement for AB is the straight line A to B, B to C, and C to D. This one we call the displacement. Then the distance. You know what's the difference between distance and displacement, okay? More example. So this is the long path one, the distance. This one we call the distance. Then the displacement is from the starting point to the ending point. Straight line. And this one is the displacement, and displacement. You know the difference? And this is the long way, but displacement is the distance in the straight line. Okay, so now we go to the question. Okay, we look at the example 1. Okay, for example 1, the diagram show a particle is projected. Okay, dilancarkan with a speed of u. This is the speed or velocity lah. Speed. You know the difference between speed and velocity? Speed is without the direction, but velocity is with directions. As an acute angle. Okay. So need to watch out. Acute means the angle must be in between 0 to maximum 90 degree only. The value cannot be more than 90 degree. So normally if you're throwing a ball or anything, it will be in less than 90 degree, then it will be in the first quadrant. Remember, the angle you get will be in first quadrant. Okay, then from the horizontal ground, from here is thrown. Okay, so the range of the displacement of the particle x, it given to you the formula. So what is x mean? So it means that, let's say it comes to this point, from point O to point A. From point O to point A, what is the displacement? Which one is the displacement? Is it this curve? Does the curve OA is the displacement? The curve OA is not the displacement. The curve OA is distance. So the displacement is the straight line O to A. O to A. This one we call the displacement. Okay, you have to know the idea. Okay, so now I give you, if x equal to 170 and u equal to 20, find the value for theta. Then how we're going to do this question? Okay, how we're going to do this question? So we do it one by one. We write down the formula given first. This is the formula given. So this is the x-axis. Let's say this is s-axis. S-axis can be moving. It will be changes, depends on the value. It will be change according to the values of the velocity and the value of the angles change. Okay, this is the value for x-axis. So now x equal to u squared sine theta cos theta. So we look at this formula first. What you need to do? We want the value for theta only, right? So still remember the last lesson for the applications for to get the value for angle. If you see the value is in more than one trigonometry, for example, sine, it give you another cos or give you another tangent. So what you need to do? You need to simplify it so that it become single. It become a single trigonometry only. For example, sin cos, maybe you can change it. Change the form so that it becomes sin only, becomes sine theta only, or becomes cos theta only. So how are you going to do? You look back the formula. Which one can you use? Sine theta, cos theta. Sine theta, cos theta. Just now we have sine theta, cos theta, right? This one have sine theta, cos theta, right? So that we can change the sine theta, cos theta, change it to become sine 2 theta. Okay, so we can use the double angle formula for sine. Okay, this is the most suitable one. The rest are not so suitable. So you have to smartly know how to determine the correct formula you use. So from here, this one we have to use the sine 2 theta equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. Understand, right? But here now, it says sine theta only, right? So what you need to do is you change it into the form of the 2 sine theta cot theta. So what you need to do, tambah segala 2 sine theta cos theta. Make it 2 sine theta cos theta. So make it 2 over 2 lah. Understand or not? Have you seen this? I want to make it become 2 sine theta cos theta. So you cannot simply add. So you have to add another one at the not only numerator, denominator have to add on 2 over 2, so that is equal. Okay, is equal. So the upper part become 2 sine theta cos theta now. So this 2 sine theta cos theta then change to sine 2 theta. So now it becomes sine 2 theta. Have you seen this? And the rest you copy down. Okay? See this? Understand? Okay, so after this, we want the value for sine 2 theta, right? So move this to another side. So now your sine 2 theta equal to 2xx over u squared. And what is the value for xx and u squared? Here. Okay, just substitute inside. So you will get 2 multiply 170 over 20 squared. Then use your calculator to place, you get sine 2 theta equal to 0.85. 0.85. Okay, 0.85. Then after this, what you need to do? Find the basic angle. Use calculator to place basic angle, shift sin. Shift sin 0.85 equal to what? It's equal to 58.21 degree, right? 58.21 degree. Then what is the value for your, what is the value for your angles? Positive. This is positive, right? Positive sign. All students take calculus. So the first and the second quadrant. The first and the second quadrant. But just now I said the second quadrant and the value is for the first quadrant only, right? But you see, you watch out here. Because it's 2 theta. 2 theta later your value have to divide by 2, right? So you cannot buat dua. You need to do both, first and second. Okay, so you get the 2 theta first. 2 theta equal to, then for the first quadrant is 58.21. Then the second quadrant is 180 minus 58.21 degree. Okay, so you get 2 theta equal to what? 58.21 degree, and another one is 121.79 degree. Yes, 79. After this, theta is divided by 2. This all theta, 58.21 divided by 2, 29.11 degree. Then another one, 121.79 divided by 2, 60.90 degree. You see the angle less than 90 degree, right? Still fulfilled. So we will have 2 angles, 2 angles for the values, 2 possibilities. Okay, can follow? The questions look like difficult, but actually it's not so difficult if you understand the question. We just substitute and change the form for the trigonometry. Not so difficult. Okay, then we try another similar questions, example 2 now. Example 2. Also the projections of particles. But now it gives you the velocity. Actually same with the speed just now. But now involving the directions. Okay, let's look at the questions together. The diagram shows a particle is projected with a velocity of v. Okay. velocity. This is the directions for the velocity. Go up. Okay, from the ground. Then direction will change one. Okay, it will change according to the projections of the particles. Okay, so I give you this is theta. No, sorry, the angle will change like this. This is the directions for the velocity. Depends on the value. Okay. So now go back to the question. Then give you is acute angle. So again, remember the angle is in between 0 to 90 degrees. Okay. Then is first quadrant, quadrant 1. Then after t seconds, the particle at the point of P. Okay. Given the motions of the particle satisfies the equations, the motions of the particle. So this one now is distance. This is the y equal to x tangent theta plus g x squared 2v squared secant squared theta. Okay, this is the formula for this one. The motions. Okay, g is what? G is the gravitational acceleration. Gravitational acceleration. You learn physics, you know this is 10 meters per second. Okay, g is 10. Okay, then give you v equal to 10, g equal to 10. Then what is the value for theta? Okay, what is the value for theta? Okay, now it give you two. Now the questions you from the diagram, it give you two coordinate, right? You have coordinate A and coordinate P. So which coordinate we are going to use for these questions? Can anyone tell me? We have to use A or P. Can I say that? Can I say that, teacher? A, this one is 0. X, Y, right? This is X, this is Y. So Y 0. Can I use A? Because this one looks simple. Lebih senang. Boleh saya pakai coordinate A for to substitute inside these equations? Why? Can or not? Yes or no? Lester, can you answer me? How about Pechi? What is your answer? Yes or no? Can I choose the easier one? Can I choose A? I don't want to use P because P got more complicated. Can I just substitute A into the equation? Will the answer be the same letter? Pechi, can you answer me? Yes or no? Hey, who is Pechi?
Yes.
Okay, how about Mashita? Mashita, can you answer me yes or no? Can or cannot? Mashita also no response. What happened to you? Oh, Jinglong? Can anyone give me the answer? Yes or no? Can I use A in the questions?
Yes.
Yes, most of you say yes. Okay. After t seconds. Okay, you see the keywords now, after t seconds, the particle is at the point P. So now the questions it wants you to find the specific angle at the specific time. Yes, so it must be at this point. Sebab soalan dia tanya at this point. The questions want you to find at this point. So T also at this point only. So we cannot use A for this question. Okay, we can only choose P. Okay, because the question is given to you. After t seconds, the particle is at point. This point is already mentioned to you. So you cannot use point A. Okay, understand? So now we go to the questions. So now we have V equal to 10, g equal to 10. Then we have the coordinate p, 20, 1, 40. So at this point, x equal to 20 and y equal to 140. Okay, x equal to 140. So after this, we substitute into these equations. Substitute into these equations. I use the next page. So I repeat again. What we have is v equal to 10, g equal to 10. Then we have the point P is 20, 140. So from here, x equal to 20, y equal to 140. So what we need to do is substitute into the equations given. Y equal to x tangent theta plus gx squared over 2v squared secant square. Secant square theta. Okay, secant square, we can change it into what? Secant square. We don't want secant square because this one tangent theta, secant square theta. So we don't want secant. So what can we do? Change it into all tangent, can or not? Can change the secant into tangent or not, so that they are the same. When they are the same, then we can do the factorization. We cannot change to cosec. We cannot change to cos. So you have to find from your formula list, find the one with the relations with secant and tangent. Okay, we go back to this one. Which one have the relation with the secant and tangent one? We can change the secant square become tangent square, for example. Which one? Basic identities, additions formula, or double angle formula? Which one? Yeah, from the basic secant formula. Secant identities for your basics. This one. Okay. Secant square equal to 1 plus tangent square. Okay. Can see this? So go back to the questions now. So choose the second one because we want to change all become tangent. So now the tangent square. Just now, from the basic identity, secant square theta equal to what? 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, so we change it. So now become s equal to x tangent theta plus gx square over 2v square in bracket 1 plus tangent square theta. Okay, so now we just substitute the value 10, 10, 20, 140, y, x, g, x, v. Okay, we substitute the value inside. So y is 140, x is 20, tangent theta plus g is 10, x 20 square over 2, v is 10 square. Okay, 1 plus tangent square theta. Then use your calculator to trace. Use your calculator to trace one by one. Then what will you get? You will get here is become 140 equal to 20 tangent theta. Then the value here will become 20. Okay, plus 20, 1 plus tangent square theta. Then multiplying, you get 140 equal to 20 tangent theta plus 20 tangent square theta. So, correct or not? Then you get 20 tangent square theta plus 20 tangent theta. Then this one move, it become minus 20 minus 140 is minus 120 equal to 0. Then some students may have to change this. Maybe they cannot see. They want to change the tangent square into x or y. It's up to you. You can make it become 20x squared plus 20x minus 120. But before you do the factorization, I know some students always forgot. The common mistake is forgot to, before you use the calculator to place, you need to change it into the simple form. Yes, we must change. We cannot like it in this form. We must change into the simplest form. So we have to always your common mistake. A lot of student common mistake here have to remember. So we have to, this one is 20. This one you cannot, because if once you use your calculator to place, then the value you get is the already simplified one. So you have to simplify first, then you just can use your calculator to place. Okay, so simplify. We can do the common factor over 20 over 20. So it will become tangent square theta plus tangent theta minus 6 equal to 0. This is the simplest form. This is the simplest form. Then you use the tangent theta. Okay? Okay, now I want to discuss a bit about this one. Sometimes the question they don't like in tangent form, right? They like to do this tangent square. They make it in tangent. Let's x equal to tangent theta. It's up to you. So it will become tangent square plus x square plus x minus 6 equal to 0, right? So still have some students. I still see the student what they solve this question. They simply use calculator, unknown 3 times. Then you use the equation, then you press. Then it's straightforward, right? X1 equal to what? X2 equal to what? Can we do like this? Still, I already remind you many times, but you still do the mistake like this. Still X1, X2 like this. No such thing, no such thing. Okay, remember you cannot do this, You press your calculator, then you get your value minus 3 and 2, right? So I repeat again, everyone, those who always make the mistake, you listen here and you correct your mistake. You don't repeat the same mistake again. If you do the same mistake again, then I see it, I will score you. I already fed up with your mistake. You don't do this kind of this kind of mistake again, okay? So once you get your answer, you don't write x1 equal to negative 3. You write x only. Okay, x equal to negative. If the question is tangent, then you write tangent only, tangent theta. You don't write x1, x2. Okay, you write x equal to negative 3, x equal to 2. Okay, but another one, you add up. Kena tampak the factorizations here. X. Okay, you have to add here. So, this one negative 3, terbalik kan? It become positive. Then this one 2, it become negative 2. These two must show. You don't have to write x1, x2 to me. It's nonsense, okay? So, another one. How about if you get the answer? If you get your answer, you calculator press, you press ABC, then you get the answer is like this form. X1 equal to negative 1 over 2. Then X2 equal to 3 over 2, for example. You don't write X1, X2. So this is your final answer. Then how you going to write the factorizations form? Is it x plus 1 over 2 minus 3 over 2 like this? No, the factorization cannot be in the fractions form. No fractions form. Tak boleh. So this one 2, your 2 have to move to the front. It's become 2x plus 1. Then this 2 moves to the front. It's become 2x minus 3. Okay, watch out. 2x plus 1, 2x minus 3. This one only correct. This is the correct way. And another one. Then once you press your calculator, then you get your answer. Okay, now you get your answer. X1, I don't write x1. You get your 2x. One is 0.3334, 5, for example. So another one is x equal to 1.234. So how you going to do your question? Is it x minus 0.33345, x equal to 1.234 equal to 0, minus equal to 0? No. For this type of question, if your answer is in the decimal form, is it? You cannot, decimal, this one you cannot change into fractions, right? This one, if the decimal cannot change into fraction, it means that you cannot use the factorization. You have to use the formula s equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. Use this formula. Okay, if the question is y, then you use y. If the equations, the unknown is m, then you use m. That depends on the question. Okay? Jangan ulang mistake ini. Cikgu sudah ulang banyak kali. Masih salah. Macam tidak ada dengar punya, tidak ada masuk otak punya. You know who you are. Okay, yang buat salah itu jangan buat salah lagi, ha? Okay, can respond? Yes or not? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Means you're okay. You listen already. You remember already. Yes, huh? Okay, huh? So we continue. We continue now, huh? Tangent. Oh, good. The one respond to me always no problem one. The problem is the one never respond to me one. Hey, so angry. So now you get, okay, tangent is plus 3 minus 2, huh? So we go back to the questions here. Tangent theta equal to negative 3. Then you get another one. Tangent theta equal to 2. Okay? 1, 2. So we find the basic, now we have two values. Then we find the basic angle. The basic angle, shift tangent 3, huh? Shift tangent 3. Don't shift tangent negative 3, huh? Shift tangent 3, then the basic angle 71.57 for this one. Then another basic tangent for the shift tangent 2 is shift tangent 2 is 63.43 degree. Then after this, we look at here. This is negative, right? So we have to determine it will locate in which quadrant. So the first one, all students take calculus, negative. Negative will be in which quadrant? Tangent. Second and fourth, right? Negative 4. You want negative 4. Okay? So, okay, now I want you to look at here. Possible or not? Possible or not the value in the second and fourth quadrant? The question say is a acute angle, right? Just now the question say the angle will be acute angle, right? So it will be in first quadrant only. First quadrant only. So no. This one we reject, no? We reject because it's negative. Negative means it's second or third quadrant. Impossible. So reject. No. And now we go to here. So now positive. Okay, now this one is positive. This one negative. This is positive. All students take calculus. Positive, it will be possible at the first and third quadrant. First quadrant, of course, we accept lah. It's acute. How about the third quadrant? Accept or not? No. Because it's acute angle. Acute angle. So it means that you don't need to find. Because the value is less than 90 degrees. So no need to find out. Your answer is theta equal to 63.43 degree. Yes, one value only. Okay, understand? This is the questions about the trigonometry. It's very interesting if you understand it. But if you don't understand it, you will be headed. So we go to the last question today. Last questions that I want to discuss for this topic. You look at this question. It looks like very complicated. Actually, the question is very easy. Okay, you don't think too much. You have to understand the question. Okay, now we do this together. It's very simple questions actually. Look at this example 3. The diagram shows a water wheel with the center P. Okay, the center is P. This is the center. Then P is Hertz meter above the water level. Hertz meter above the water level. Then positions of the Q, the position for the Q, this one, the position for the Q, this one. This one is given by the equations y equal to -6 sine pi over x t plus 5. Okay. Then we do revisions a bit about the trigonometric functions for the sine. Let's say y equal to a sine b plus c. So what does it mean? A is what? A is amplitude. B is how many cycle? How many cycle? Then C is if move up or down. It's move up or down. So the angle, let's say B is the, for example, 2x. Is x is 2x. It means what? For example, this is x, this is y. So your sign here like this. 2x means 2 circle, 2 kali. 2 circle, 2 cycle in 360 lah. 2 kali 2x. So y equal to a sine 2x. A is what? A is the amplitude lah. Up is a, bottom is -a. Okay, then C is what? C is move up how many? Let's say it's +2. +2, it means that the value here, let's say this is 1, 1, then you have to +2. This one become 3. Then -1 + 2, it become +1. So you have to move whole your graph upward. Okay, understand, So now we go to the question. This is the concept we want to use later. Okay. This is the formula given. Then T is the time taken for the wheel to complete one cycle. You see this? T is the time taken for the wheel to complete one cycle. So it means that this is for one cycle only, one cycle only. Then in the seconds, and Y is the distance from the water level. This is Y is the distance from water level. Y, this one is distance from water level. Distance from water level. So now, first one, A. What is the value for Hertz? What is the value for Hertz? Hertz is what? Hertz meter above the water level. From this equation, what is the value for Hertz? Which one is Hertz? Move Hertz meter above the water level, right? So you see, straightforward this question we can straightforward get the answer. Hertz equal to what? From this equation. Yes, correct, Erestica. Is 5. 5 meter above, So if move up 5, so it's 5. That's it. So the question tests how you understand the questions, okay? How you understand the concept. Okay, then the second one, what is the diameter of the water wheel? What is the diameter? Okay, can tell me what is the diameter? Diameter is 2 times the radius, right? 2 times the radius. Then what is the radius? This one we say this is the radius, right? This is the radius. Then this is your Hertz. And your Hertz equal to 5. Then what is your radius? How you going to relate with this concept? This one C done already, right? So A and B, which one related with the radius? This one is circle, right? So if we combine, actually it will become a circle like this, right? If we combine, actually it will become a circle like this, right? Then this is the radius, right? So radius actually is same with what? Radius actually is same with what? Amplitude. Yes, correct. Good. Amplitude. So radius is equal to amplitude actually. So your amplitude is what? -6 or 6? Yes, positive. Radius is in positive. So you don't write -6, huh? It's 6. Now understand the questions, huh? 6. Okay, so amplitude radius is 6. So your diameter is equal to 2 times radius. So it's 2 times 6, 12 meter. Okay, understand, huh? So now we go to the C. What is the maximum distance of point Q from the water level? So maximum is come to this point, right? This will be the maximum, right? This will be the maximum. This point already top, right? So top radius. Radius is equal to 6, right? 6, and this is h, right? Top from the water level. So maximum is radius plus h. So it's 6 plus 5. Yes, 11 meter. That's it. Okay, then last part. We go to the last part. The time taken in seconds. The question is in seconds, right? Seconds, so you no need to change the unit. So seconds for the level to make the complete cycle. You see, one cycle. One cycle equal to how many? One cycle. B is the value is complete in one cycle, right? So we go back to here. This is one cycle, right? So one cycle is at pi over at t. Pi over at t equal to what? One cycle. One cycle, how many degree there? It's complete. For example, complete. One cycle is 0 to 360 degree, right? But here we use 360 or we use the radian. You see this? It got pi, so we have to change it. We don't use the angle anymore. We have to use the pi radian. 2 pi radian. So pi over x, I power n multiply t equal to 2 pi. That's it. Okay, you understand? Because it means that the sign, for example, is sign B, is mean how many, what is the value it gets to complete one cycle. One cycle. So this is one cycle, pi over x t equal to 2 pi. So you simplify, t equal to, simplify, then x move to the right hand side, 16 seconds. That's it. Can you understand? Can, So I think this is what I want to teach you today. Then this is the summary for the lesson we learned. Actually, still got a lot of things you need to memorize. But you need what I want you to remember is the first one, how to change the radian to degree, degree to radian. Then the second one, this one, unit. Then you have to know the unit circle, the one I mentioned a lot of times, how to find the sine, cos, and the value, specific value using the unit circle. And another one is the left hand trick for the special angles. For the special angles, 30, 45, and 60 degree. Use the left hand trick. Then another one is the formula, the reciprocal, and the 9 formula. You have to know how to apply. And another one is about the drawing. Yes, of course, tomorrow for the topical test, tomorrow we'll have a test about this one. Draw and sketch. Okay, draw and sketch. Then how do we apply this? But for this one, before you know how to apply this, of course, you have to have the basic knowledge about this all. So that's all what I want to teach you today. And this is your homework today. Okay.